In the future we will laugh at things we currently take for granted. How we all carry around big slabs of glass as phones, and then act surprised when we smash them. Or how we let people get sick, rather than using data analytics to predict illness and get in early. But a special sort of befuddlement will be retained for the future historian looking back at how we run university entry. Each year, hundreds of thousands of young people apply to university using a system built on smoke and mirrors. They apply before they take their exams, and their teachers attempt to guess what grade they might get to help universities to select their undergraduates. These predicted grades are notoriously inaccurate. Only 1 in 6 applicants achieve what is surmised. While most teachers are busy overpredicting, they underpredict for young people from poor families, which leads to injustice, lost opportunity and a lack of diversity in higher education. Now that S-levels are disappearing, universities are relying on out-of-date GCSE scores to make their decisions, and the more elite universities are devising entrance tests. It's not only Oxford and Cambridge. Durham, Warwick and the LSE have maths tests. Medical schools are following suit. Your bright 17-year-old has not only to worry about acne, snogging and passing their driving test, but about a bewildering batch of bonus examinations they must sit to get a higher education place, about which they are given limited information, and for which it is nigh on impossible to practice. There are months of uncertainty as students try to guess which 5 universities they should apply to. UCAS won't allow more, not knowing whether they will get the grades required. When results are finally in, cue a fraught day as those who missed or exceeded their grades scramble in a phone call lottery to try to secure a place. This doesn't just happen to an unlucky few. This year more than 100,000 young people went through clearing. The whole mess could be sorted out with a post-qualification system in which young people apply to university after getting their grades. Goodbye, predictions. Sham hello to universities knowing, on the third Thursday in August, which young people have achieved the necessary grades and only then accepting applications. As universities will know which students have top results, they could even start bidding for them. Admissions tutors are forever complaining they cannot fill their lecture halls with poorer students because they do not apply. In a post-qualification entry world, universities could seek out grade students from low-income families and offer bursaries direct, as happens in the U.S. Jacques Steinberg's book The Gatekeepers describes how elite universities hire teams of scouts to find rising stars from diverse backgrounds. It becomes a lot harder for Oxford to excuse having a woefully low number of black students if it has been given a list from which to pick bright young BME brains. Objections will arise. How can universities pick all their students in time to start in September? It can't be done. Indeed, it cannot. So let's start degrees in January. Run the academic year in line with the calendar one. The summer holiday can stay where it is, with final year students grateful for those quieter months to complete their dissertations. If Oxbridge still insists on interviewing each applicant, they could do this in September, rather than in the Christmas holiday. Admissions tutors might have to swap a few weeks of sun tanning in return for a few weeks of dark nights, but what prize social mobility? Also, I hear academics' vacations are really about writing books, which is much easier when it's cold out. There are other niggling issues, of course. Accommodation processes would need to speed up. What will young people do between finishing A-levels and starting university? May I suggest the National Citizen Service, but these are not beyond the wit of our most intelligent men and women. In the end, it comes down to the willingness to fight for change. We've known for years that glass phones are stupid, yet people still queue around the block for a new one. Post-qualification is clearly the right way to go for university entry. Let's stop the historians of tomorrow having a laugh at our expense.